Many persons injured as FCT task force destroys over 470 motorcycles in Abuja community. Oh boy. We know that this Okada business have been banned in almost all the major areas of the south, but the north cannot do without Okada, even the middle belt. I'm sure all the Nasarawa boys and all the people that came to ride Okada in Lagos and some other southeast, southwestern states have all gone back. So I would not be surprised if this number of Okada is in these communities as means of transport. Okay, so now they say over 470 motorcycles have been destroyed in Abuja community, and so many people have been injured in the process. Probably they were just trying to retrieve their bike or beg to get their bike back. Wow. The task force was said to have stormed the community in a raid on Thursday as security operatives engaged them in a speed chase as Okada operators fled into different directions to avoid being arrested. Now, the Federal Capital Territory FCT administration, the administration joint task force has again impounded and destroyed 470 motorcycles operating at Gosa village along Airport Road, Abuja. Sahara reporters gathered that attempts by the motorcyclists to keep their motorcycles from being impounded led to a violent clash between them and the security operatives. The task force was said to have stormed the community in a raid on Thursday as security operatives engaged them in a speed chase as Okada operators fled into different directions to avoid being arrested. No fewer than 470 motorcycles were said to have been impounded in an exercise that started from the popular car wash bus stop in Lugbe, combing through Gosa, Biocletin Drive, Trademore Estate, the Lugbe Junction, as well as the Kubwa and its environs. Oh boy. So it was led that several tear gas canisters were shot by a combined team of personnel from the DRTS, police, civil defense, DSS, and the military to repel the irate motorcyclists who pelted the task force in the process with stones. Oh boy. So they were throwing stones at them. Many of them sustained various degrees of injuries while others were arrested. The Secretary Transportation Secretariat Inya Ubokudom, while addressing newsmen before the seized motorcycles were crushed at Area 1 roundabout, warned the commercial motorcyclists to strictly limit their operations to the area designated for them. Exactly. So he further explained that the administration's desire to develop a smart city devoid of all sorts of pollution cannot be achieved if illegalities are allowed to pervade the federal capital city. Also, the Director FCT, Directorate of Road Transport Services, Dr. Abdulatif Bello, said apart from the city center, commercial motorcyclists are not allowed to operate on any of the territory's highways, stating that the administration is determined to rid the entire FCT roads of Okada operators. But he, however, warned that one of the strategies to be deployed towards eliminating commercial motorcyclists from FCT roads is arresting passengers who patronize the business. Can you imagine? So similarly, food vendors and passers-by took to their heels at Galadimawa roundabout on Sunday on citing the intimidating joint task force team as they arrived to carry out their operations. Oh boy. So this is a very serious one. The FCT administration wants to rid the entire Abuja of motorcycles, or otherwise known as Okada. They have actually designated some areas for them, and they have asked them to stay away from Abuja highways, but these guys, they will not go listen. they will not listen to anybody. They want to do things their own way. Just like I was telling people that Okada is not a business, it's not a skill set. In fact, I saw a lot of people with handwork, craft, carpenters, mechanics, photographers, and even graduates, people who are skilled coming to do Okada. And it's because the economy is terribly very bad. And now a lot of them have lost their skill to riding of Okada. You see? And these people, they behave like, how do I put it? Swarm of bees sometimes. Anywhere you see them, you're going to see them in colonies. Okay? They cannot stay in one place. They cannot stay where you want them to be. Moreover, some of these people, we know where they come from Middle Better, from the north. When you say A, they say B. When you say C, they say D. They don't understand anything. They don't even understand simple instruction. Okay? So now these Okadas have been pounded, people have been injured, the Okadas have been destroyed, and they have been asked to stay away. Well, will they stay away? Only God knows. Because I don't see them like people that will take instruction. Okay, so there are a few comments coming from this action. Someone said, wow, let's clap for this regime. Why people are dying of hunger, no job, and people have the mind to destroy such huge number of Okada. Some of those Okada are owned by those that work for APC in one way or the other for them to win. Now they have turned against them. It is well. Abi? So what is making people to ride Okada is poverty. Businesses are not growing. Nothing is working. But then, what do we have to say? Okay? They say some of those people that are riding this Okada actually use those Okada to support the Tinubu's government as he's been declared the winner. Now that he has won, and now the APC is in power, they don't know the Okada people again that pursue them up and down. Oh, wow. Someone say, welcome, Mr. Ovidian. Can you imagine? Why are you calling Ovidian into this matter? Who our people be mumu? They haven't seen anything up APC. What a wicked government. Yes, now, they worked for APC to win, so let them wait to see it. Somebody is saying here, what if these bikes were refurbished and given to people who need them, other than destroying them? It would have been a good means of youth empowerment. Only God will help us in this country. And that's what this guy is saying. It is good development because FCT is the federal capital of Nigeria and is supposed to be an organized state. I think you will provide meal for them after their motorcycles is being destroyed. Abi, so you will provide food for them because that is the only thing I use it to feed. Very challenging. Someone say, no. The same Okada people voted for them during the election. Abi, so why destroy the Okada? Why not look for a more creative way of engaging them and making them more meaningful to themselves and to society? Always making law to suffer the poor, evil leaders. Creating joblessness is going to dominate this administration. Of course, in this time with this administration, it's been there all through what's his name? Buhari's government. Buhari and Tinubu government are simply the same. No one is better than the other. For right now, Buhari government is about being better than Tinubu's government. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment, even as FCT administration is destroying Okada in their numbers.